My name is P. Mahavishnu, doing BTech IT final year. The topic which I have chosen today is the conservation is survival. Conservation. Conservation means the wise use of earth and natural resources for the lasting good of men. Our livelihood intimately tied with the food what we eat, air what we breathe, the water what we drink, and the place where we recreate. That's why it becomes very important to be responsible and conservation when it comes to the natural resources. Scarcities of power resources, depletion of natural resources, lack of breathing air, lack of drinking water, and natural disasters threaten the human life and the existing mankind. Mankind should not involve in fight for the survival in this world, because the fight for survival is more powerful and can erase the trace of humanity from this planet if it wants to. Worldwide nations, by accepting the practices of conservation and the fair and all other continuous access for the practice of conservation by the resources is very important for mainly two things. One is the plentiness and the other is a permanent peace. Our ancient kings know the value of conservation. For example, the great Pandyas, who are the ruler of Madurai city. They planned for water resources conservation for future generations also. You know the river Vaigai which is flowing in Madurai. The river Vaigai has a depth foundation for waters. That's because if a water flows through the river, it cannot mix so much of amount of water into the sea, so that it will be stay in river for a longer time. They know the value of water and they made it conserve. Our great king Karikala built a dam in 2000 BC and conserved the water for future generation, which is built strongly now also. The other main issue, environmental issue, that is rarely mentioned is the lack of conservation of ethic in culture. Not only natural resources develops or decides the country's economic growth, but also the culture. From our country, there are so many legends or leaders who are shined in the stages of foreign and establish our culture in their place. Other foreign philosophers and foreign leaders are also appreciated our culture for our uniqueness. Today, in the name of fashion, our culture is getting distracted from the path. So not only conserving the natural resources, but also try to conserve our culture also. Conserving natural resources, conserving our culture, not alone enough. We should also focus on conserving ourselves. Yeah, conserving ourselves, our life is a precious thing. When someone leaves you, whom you love, it doesn't mean that you won't end your life. Conserve your life. Conserve your life for your parents. Conserve your life for your future. Conserve your life for your children. Yeah, conserve your life with their memories so that you can make your footprints. Conserve your signature so that it can become autograph one day. Take nothing with you. Just take your memories. Just leave your footprints here so that it becomes a museum. That's why I want to conclude that I dedicate my whole life in the name of conservation of my family, my culture, my country, and my world, to give my children and grandchildren the clean air, the clean water for drinking, and the abundance of natural resources, and the good culture to my environment. So conserve water, conserve air, conserve natural resources, and also conserve our country with its culture, and also conserve yourself by your feelings and emotions.